That's a beautiful etude and has a lot of sort of angst in it. And you want to have a strong vibrato that brings out that. It has to do with the doctrine of affections. If you're not familiar with it, actually you can go to the UA Flute Studio website, and a student of mine created an emoji guide for what keys have meaning. It's kind of a general consensus as to what these keys mean, and in this case, G minor is the key of bohemians, so it's got a lot of tortured soul and misunderstood artist in it. So when you play this, your vibrato, especially for the octaves, has to be really quite strident. And again, in order to make really simple finger changes, when you play that C, put that finger down early, and that way all you have to do is close two fingers, so there's no finger glitch that's possible. Same thing when you play the next. When I play the C, I'm anchoring my third finger. I'd probably play a fork F in the third bar. And for this piece, I would avoid thumb B flat, or 1 and 1 B flat, excuse me, like the plague. I would avoid 1 and 1 B flat like the plague, just simply because there's too many G's in it, and you're going to get the finger glitch that's there. Plus, in G minor, I have to have a sharp minor third, and this is a little bit flat, so we try to widen out our B flat by using thumb B flat, or maybe even the lever if need be. When you play the next arpeggio set that's happening in the very last bar of the first system, use a good vibrato to start out, and then kind of make the vibrato a little bit more narrow towards the end. And then when you play the next bit, you want to be really strong. So as I mentioned before, all you have to do is simply stand up and that low D will come out. And you can have really, really clear sort of détaché notes when you play that. Be clear about the rhythm. He's got a nice little hemiola that happens in the second bar. So it's a nice little hemiola that fits right in there. When you play the chromatic intervals, play them nice and clearly. Definitely use your lever. That's going to make it easier. So when you play from the E flat to the C flat, put the lever down while you're playing the D. And just like we've done before with all the C's, just put this finger down, the third finger E earlier, and that way you're ready to play the next passage that happens out. Now, I use an alternate fingering for the B flat because tom B flat on a lot of flutes is very flat. And again, like I said, we want to have a nice sharp B natural so that it fits within the actual harmonic structure of the piece. Think about this. You probably played lots of pieces in ensembles where your director has told you to either raise or lower the third of a chord, and it depends on what kind of chord it is. In this case, it's a minor chord, so we have to sharpen that last note, or that third note. So in this case, when I play that, I'm going to play the pinky down on the top A. We did that before in one of the earlier etudes. So I'm going to put my pinky on the C sharp key for the A, and I reach over and I touch the second trill key, not the first. If I do the first, it's really, really flat. So I just simply reach over, relax through the note, and then I play the G. If the note wants to go flat, all you have to do is hold on to the flute with your lever and then simply slide off very slowly and very carefully the third finger of your left hand, and that'll keep the G from going flat. We don't want to take a nosedive. It is much easier to hear flattening of pitch than it is sharpening of a pitch. Even if you go 3 to 4 cents sharp, no one will ever perceive that. When you play the final system, all you have to do is, again, stand up for the low notes. So those are a little tricky arpeggios right there. They're string writing. It's just like crossing the string for a violin. So when you play them, stand up nice and tall for the beginning. And on that diminished arpeggio, starting on the E flat, keep your third finger down. Because what'll be difficult, we'll grab the flute, especially for that F sharp, and we'll lose the C natural intonation when we play there. And take the breath before the A trill. Since there's no Nachschlag, the normal way we sort of finish trills, since that's not there, since he's written to have sort of an anticipation there, you want to have your trill kind of speed up and slow down. Now, if you notice my finger right here, it's leaking off of that tone hold. This is why you'll see me grab this B-flat lever all the time. It's a very French school trained technique, so that you hold on to the flute really, really well, and in that way the notes don't go flat on you. It's really, really helpful for that. I hope all of these suggestions help you in your practicing towards your auditions. I'll be conducting some master classes in December and at some high schools around the state, so stay tuned to Facebook, Instagram, and see where I might be in your local area, and feel free to stop by. I'm more than happy to work with everyone. Good luck.